So currently my handicap is plus 0.1. The 46th birthday is just around the corner. So a new series of holding scratch at 46 is about to begin, guys. Hi guys, welcome to another weekend show. Hope you've all had a good week. You might be able to tell from my gravelly voice. I've actually been a little bit ill this week. I had 3-4 days just in bed, which is not good when the boy's just off school, but just getting out for a little bit of fresh air. Still have no energy to swing the golf club, but it's meant I've watched a lot of TV, listened to a lot of podcasts during the week, and got to watch Happy Gilmore 2. Gotta say, really enjoyed it. Love the cameo appearances. Scotty, JD, they smashed it. So if you've watched it, let me know in the comments. Did you enjoy it? If you like the Adam Sandler stuff, you know what you get with Adam Sandler. It's just fun, easy watching, but I enjoyed it. But hopefully a little bit of fresh air today, get back outside. Hopefully I can get back to swinging some golf clubs and get back in that gym in the next couple of days. And this voice hopefully returns back to normal. So while we're out having a little walk, a little chat, and as the intro said, I'm about to start a series called Holding Scratch, which will document everything I do over golf in the next 12 months. Those who've been watching the channel or know me, know in terms of my golf game, I have a very high swing speed. I can still swing at 125 to 130 clubhead speed with the driver. That obviously goes through the bag. My golf IQ, gotta say, is pretty good. And my short game, do take pride in that. My short game knowledge really helps. So to be able to shoot scores, the speed and the short game definitely helps. But like a lot of you down there, family commitments, work commitments, I have a full-time job on top of trying to do this. I don't get time to do the practice that I really want to do. So to try and be competitive around there, definitely going to be tough. So we're going to set a few things up going over the next 12 months, which you guys can come along to. And the old adage of if we don't use it, we lose it definitely applies to golf in terms of my speed. So I've got to keep definitely using it. So over the past 6 months, it's definitely been hard in terms of time. We had a lot of health issues going on around the family, which I'm not going to go into detail to, but family will always come first. So my gym has been neglected. The body definitely feels a lot more achy. It takes me longer to recover after golf, after sessions. So it's time now to not prioritize over family, but I want to make sure I prioritize my health so I'm as fit as possible to play the golf, but also I want to be as fit as possible to be the best dad I can be to my boy. He's getting into his sports a little bit now, so I don't want to be out of breath or out of shape while I'm trying to show him how to play all sport. So the goal really is to get as fit as I possibly can, set a good example to the boy, and also help me be a bit more competitive. If I'm staying around scratchish golf, I need my body to be working as best as possible to give me a chance around that. So the priority over the next 12 months is definitely health and well-being for myself, which will then pass on into the golf hopefully as well. So in this series, I want to see where I can actually take my golf game. So officially my handicap on the app is plus 0.1, but a lot of those scores, or a few of those scores, some range from a year, 2 years back. Since I launched Golf My Dad YouTube, I've not really played much competitive rounds or many social rounds, to be honest, which I do need to change on that. So in terms of the handicap, I'd say I'm probably playing more around a 2, 3, 4 handicap, although before I got this, whatever this chesty thing is, I did shoot 4 under par around Tapton. With my handicap, you have to play off +2, so I know the rounds are in there, but really over the next month, 2 months, I want to get a lot of scorecards in to get really a true reflective of where the handicap currently sits, and also when I get more into competitive mode, matches, see how competitive we can be through from there. So over the next couple of months, definitely going to get more rounds in, really get an up-to-date handicap and see where it actually sits currently on there. So in this series as well, what I film over the next 12 months, some of the bits could help you as well, certain parts of your game. So it might be one to dip in and out of, but I've set myself some goals, what I want to try and achieve over the next 12 months. So some of these I've wrote down on here, set them out, so it makes me accountable. So as we carry on walking, definitely feel chesty, struggling to breathe to be fair today, but it's a lot better than it was 2 days ago anyway. So number one, as we said, one of the goals is to be consistent in my gym routine. So I will be doing more content in terms of the gym I do, the daily mobility, which as we get over 40, over 50, 60, definitely becomes a priority if we want to try and play the best golf that we can. Strength, or the gym is my background. I've worked in gyms. I started working in gyms when I was 20, 21, so I've always been around that industry, always learning. I've got a lot of good videos to come in terms of the strength goals that I want to bring to myself. Once you reach a strength plateau, which I'm nowhere near in terms of deadlift and squats, then I can really start ramping up the speed. I still want to get the speed. Obviously, we're going to lose speed as we get older, so the more I can maintain now is going to help as we go along. But I want to hit my strength goals first, which I'll do a video in the next few weeks of the strength goals that I'm wanting to set myself, and there's something what you can help with. So when you go into the gym, you know what the strength targets you're looking to hit. So stay around for that video. And consistency, that's key. Currently I'm about to hit the TPI level 1 qualification button, so I'm going to start that. So with this, I love everything about the TPI. I've watched Dr. Greg Rose for a couple of years now, binged on all their content, which I've mentioned plenty of times before. I'm all about how the body moves, not really into positionals where the club is at certain places, because I know the body can dictate that. So if the body, like for me, with my desk job, gets really tight up here or in the lower back, I can't get into positions that potentially coaches want me to get into. So it's really about how I can get my body to be as efficient as it can be. And also this will allow me to potentially do a bit of in-person teaching or online teaching. Once I've got this qualification, it gives me access to their app, so we can really assess. We never want to guess, so we can assess people's mobility, strength, and see what they need to focus on, whether it's the strength side, whether it's the flexibility. So I'm really excited to get started with that one. And linking in with a consistent gym is my consistent speed training. So I need to be doing my speed training 2-3 times a week while I'm doing my gym training. If I'm in a strength phase of it all, then I won't ramp up the speed too much, but I still want to be going 2-3 times a week. It might just be I'm hitting 20-30 balls, trying to get maxed out on there. And then when I go through my speed sessions, I might be hitting 40, 50, 60, 70 balls down the line. But first, got to get the platform right, get the strength right, the flexibility right. But I still need to keep hit that in that speed. So then when I'm cruising on the course, if I can cruise at around 120 miles an hour on the course, that's going to keep me above PGA Tour average, which for a scratch golferish, I should be able to play from there if I've got a short game. But the body needs to be okay to play through from there. And then also, as being 46, I need to be better with my consistent recovery, whether it's cooling down. I might have to get into some of the ice baths on there, but post recovery, really got to get dialed in on that one there. So the body at the moment, if I play, can ache for a day, 2 days after. So I've got to get the nutrition right, get the burst mobility right. Right, off to do more maintenance work, guys, around it. So recovery is key. So if you're a golfer over 40, 50, 60, 70, we got to get that recovery right with nutrition and other things. So stay tuned for that one. And I've got to try and commit to scheduled practice. I'm definitely intermittent with practice. I don't get time to practice. I grab half an hour here and there, but I've got access to Leisure Pod dedicated venues here at Tapton. Got the driving range here at Tapton. Obviously Melbourne Channel partners, we get to Sherland, up to Bondi. So I have access. It's more the time restrictions what we've got there, but I need to set a structured practice. So I go there with a purpose, not just grabbing 20 minutes, hitting a few balls. So I've got to get consistent with that. Even if it's just 2-3 sessions a week, I've got to get myself a structured practice routine. So again, I will document all this as we go along on there. And another thing I'd like to do, which I've never done, which is definitely a little bit crazy, I've never actually been fitted for golf clubs. So as I want to try and improve my performance, I might as well try and improve the clubs, the bats I've got, to make sure they're fit for purpose for me, to get everything out of my game what I can. So I'll try and link up with a few local club fitters and we'll go down that route. And also I'll keep seeking advice from professionals. As I said, I've not really had a lesson. I've just self-taught my golfer, chatted to a couple of people as we've gone along, but I've just really self-taught, which is not always a good thing. Definitely ingrained a few bad habits, but how my brain works, I'm just constantly trying to learn. But I do understand a lot what goes into the golf swing, how my body works, how I use the ground. But what I like to do, especially with the ground forces, that's where I generate a lot of speed. I use the ground, I know how to use the ground, but all I'm doing is feeling it. I really want to be able to measure it, so I'd like to get on the force plate, so I'm going to book a lesson in or book a session in, which I've never done on the force plates, just to see how my kinematic sequence is it in time, is it early enough, a lot more to go into that. So definitely a few good videos to come into that when I link up and we get a session booked in on the force plates. And another goal is just to play actually more golf. So since I started the channel, like I said, social golf has been limited. I've played a couple more times recently, but I would like to get out there. Obviously golf is not my full-time job. Hopefully maybe one day it will be, but for now it's not. So I still want it to be a social side. And also when I'm out on the course, it's not just about practicing, it's about getting out on that course and keep learning how to shoot scores. How low can we get? So I've definitely got to fit in a little bit more actual golf out on that golf course. So as my brain works very analytically as well, definitely got to start getting into more data as well. Obviously we've got the indoor, the leisure pod, so I can get on my club data, my spin data, but I think I'm going to go down the strokes gains route as well. Never used that before, but if I'm going to start playing more golf, I want to see how I'm playing out on the course when we're playing stroke gains, where I'm losing shots, where I'm gaining shots. Hopefully I'm gaining off the tee with my speed, but let's see where I'm losing shots and what we can work on out on the golf course. So I will document a lot of that on the video as well, get some of the apps downloaded, then we'll start going through the data on the course. Might help with your course management and strategy. And then lastly, I do fancy getting the competitive juices back out. Obviously a past life was my football semi-pro career, really enjoyed, but I missed that banter, that competitive. Obviously with a few people watching, not thousands, but we could play, got the competitive juices, played cricket afterwards, which was nice. That team stuff really do enjoy, but that's got competitive. Since I've gone down the golf route in my late 30s, 40s, not really done much of the competitive stuff, and now I'm into the YouTube space. I've not played anything competitive locally, not really done many matches on YouTube. One of the reasons is just the editing time, what it takes to film the vlogs. If I just do a vlog on my own, a 9-hole vlog to film, and then to edit, editing takes about 7-8 hours. So by the time I've done, if there's 2 people on the channel, it takes a lot of time, and there's not much revenue what comes in through the actual vlogs themselves. But I do fancy getting these competitive juices going on there. So I'm going to start documenting some of those, maybe film some medal rounds, some more matches, and who knows where it could lead to. Can we get into a couple of little events? Just test myself out there. Can I get out there? How's the mental side stack up to out on the course? So competitive juices, definitely a goal over the next 12 months. Try and enter a few different things, even for just fun little local events or the local courses here, and we'll see where we go with that one. So as you can see guys, lots planned in this series. Well, I've been laid up for 4 days. My brain's been going overdrive with all the video ideas, content. I think in my head I've already got about 150 video day ideas for this series. So on the channel, so I'll still be doing the product reviews. They're the main part of the channel. Still want to do the course vlogs, as I mentioned recently. Looking for a few sponsors of the channel to help with the course vlogs. So when I put 2-3 days time into filming and editing, and the courses get a lot out of it, we're going to try and get a few video sponsors or series for a few vlog series. So we're still working on that. And LinkedIn, once the TPI is done, I'm going to do a lot more content in terms of the gym, the fitness, probably niching on over 40. If you're under 40, still be good for you in the strength and the speed and the gym, but definitely try and probably niche in over the over 40s. So a lot more video content on there. There'll always be on-course tips, and I'll get a lot of questions from newbie golfers Obviously here at Tapton's a lot more newer people getting to golf, which is fantastic to see. So I've had a lot of questions on there. I'm going to help as many of those as I can. We can help them on the video as well. But once I've got my TPI done, we'll try and get some official route so we can get some of you guys booked in and we'll have a little lesson on there. So the new series, definitely lots to get into. But firstly, got to get rid of this man flu. Got to have a little holiday with the family, much needed in this 6 weeks holidays. The 46th birthday is at the end of August. So then it's all going to kick in. Holding scratch at 46. Can we do it? We'll find out, guys. Right, enjoy the rest of the weekend, guys. I'm gonna have a little bit more of a walk, get these lungs going, get this stuff off the chest. So have a good weekend, guys. Until the next weekend show, holding scratch 46. Come on.